The future embarrassment flashback. You're standing in the shower, doing nothing wrong, when your brain suddenly replays a cringe-worthy moment from 6 years ago in full HD. Your face heats up, you groan out loud. Nobody is watching. That's called involuntary autobiographical memory, and your brain fires it completely unprompted. The default mode network, the mental system that runs when you're not focused on any task, specializes in self-referential thinking. Give it idle time and it goes fishing through your personal archive, surfaces unresolved emotional events, and rebroadcasts them whether you want it to or not. Your brain doesn't store embarrassing memories to hurt you. It stores them because they still feel unfinished. It keeps replaying the file, hoping you'll finally close it. The invisible itch. Someone mentions lice, fleas, or bugs crawling on skin, and suddenly you feel it. An itch creeps across your scalp, your arm prickles, you're scratching before you even realize you've started. Nothing is there. That's contagious itch, a documented neurological phenomenon where simply reading, hearing, or watching someone scratch is enough to activate your own itch circuits. Mirror neurons in the somatosensory cortex fire in response to observed sensations, essentially simulating the experience in your own body. Your skin hasn't received any signal from the outside world. Your brain drafted that itch entirely from imagination. You're itching right now, aren't you? The name repetition collapse. Say your own name out loud 10 times fast. By the end, it sounds like a random collection of syllables that belong to nobody. That's semantic satiation's close cousin, but this one is personal. Rapid repetition temporarily suppresses the neural pathways linking a sound to its meaning. Your name stops mapping to your identity and becomes pure noise. The strange part is that your name is one of the most deeply wired words in your entire brain. Studies show your name activates stronger neural responses than almost any other word. Yet 20 seconds of repetition and it feels like a stranger's sound. Familiarity isn't permanent. It has to be maintained. The phantom limb of habits. You quit a habit months ago, stopped smoking, stopped checking a deleted app, stopped going to a job you no longer have, and your hand still reaches for it. The gesture fires before the thought does. That's because habits aren't stored as decisions. They're encoded as motor programs in the basal ganglia, a structure that runs on cue, routine, reward loops, completely outside conscious control. Once a routine is burned in, the cue alone triggers the motor sequence automatically. Your conscious mind already knows the habit is gone. Your basal ganglia didn't get the memo and keeps running the old program on autopilot. You're not being weak, you're just running outdated firmware. The crowd face blur. You're in a busy place, a train, a market, a hallway, and you look at dozens of faces, but later you can remember almost none of them. Not because you weren't paying attention, because your brain made a deliberate choice not to store them. The fusiform face area processes faces rapidly, but only encodes the ones flagged as socially relevant. Strangers in passing get processed just enough to navigate around them, then immediately discarded. Your memory isn't a camera, it's a ruthless editor that keeps only what it considers worth keeping. You saw every one of those people. Your brain decided none of them were worth the storage. The emotional weather bleed. You wake up inexplicably heavy. No bad dream you can remember, no obvious reason, just a low gray feeling sitting on your chest before the day has even started. That's mood without cause, and it happens because your emotional state isn't always generated by events. The limbic system runs on its own biological rhythms tied to hormone cycles, sleep architecture, inflammatory signals, and gut chemistry. It can produce a full emotional atmosphere entirely independent of what's actually happening in your life. The mood arrives first. Your brain, needing an explanation, will spend the rest of the morning quietly assembling one, finding reasons to justify a feeling that was never caused by anything at all. The shrinking room. You revisit a place from your childhood, your old school, a grandparent's house, a playground, and it's tiny. The hallway you remember as vast is just a hallway. The garden that felt like a field is a modest patch of grass. You didn't misremember it. You encoded it accurately from the perspective of someone 3 feet tall, for whom those spaces genuinely were enormous. Your brain stored the spatial data relative to your body size at the time. Now you're comparing a child-scale memory against an adult-scale reality. The building didn't shrink. Your frame of reference grew around it while the memory stayed frozen. You're colliding 2 versions of the same place from different bodies. The observer collapse. You've been doing something perfectly, playing an instrument, typing fast, walking a familiar route, and then someone watches you, or you watch yourself, and suddenly you can't do it anymore. The fluency breaks. You fumble something you've done 10,000 times. That's the centipede's dilemma, named after the poem about a centipede who walked perfectly until asked which leg it moved first. Skilled automatic tasks are stored in procedural memory and performed best when conscious attention stays out of the way. The moment you redirect conscious focus onto the mechanics of what you're doing, the prefrontal cortex steps in and overrides the motor system that was running it cleanly. You interrupted a program that didn't need your input. Watching yourself perform is the fastest way to stop performing. So, which of these has your brain pulled on you recently? Let me know in the comments.